Hey YouTube, Horrorline14 here today with my review on Friday the 13th, Part 2. As I said, we're reviewing the series. If you haven't seen the first movie review, go check that out. Did that yesterday. And I said that I was going to do one review a day until break ends. Get the series reviewed by break. But since I don't have as much days of break left as movies there is, I'm gonna review 2 today. After this, I'm gonna wait until later tonight, and I'll review part 3. Then tomorrow I'll do part 4 and possibly part 5, most likely. So let's get started. So part 2, basically on the back says 2 times the fear, 2 times the carnage, 2 times the terror. And I guess that's a pretty fair statement. Basically what happens is the girl, it starts off opening scene. The girl who survived from the first movie, she's been living on her own for a while, and she's been trying to, recover, and she gets a phone call from her mom who's mad at her for, not doing something or whatever, and then, after she hangs up, she hears some noises, so she goes to the kitchen. There's noises coming from the window, so she grabs a kitchen knife and she heads up to the window, and a cat jumps out of it, so she thinks she's safe. It's just a cat. And so she says she asked the cat if he wanted some food, so she reached into the fridge, grabbed some food for the cat. When she saw Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mom's head, in which she cut off, she's the one that cut it off, in her fridge, and she screamed. She's like, ah! And then she's tried backing up. She bumped into Jason, and Jason, it looked like a screwdriver. It looked like Jason stabbed a screwdriver straight into her head. So that was the opening scene. And then it went straight to the actual story plot, which was, I think it was 5 years later or something, not 5 years later. I don't know, maybe 5 years later, a few months later. I can't remember, but either way, it's a few months or years later, and they're starting to open up camp again, but it's not at the original Camp Crystal Lake. That one is closed, so it's a camp just down the road from Camp Crystal Lake. I believe they share the same lake, although the original one from the actual Friday the 13th night is banned. The cops won't let you go in there. So yeah, it's just a bunch of new camp instructors, and they're practicing. It's around summertime. They're just practicing before all the kids come, and so far they're not having any freaky experiences. But Jason is in this one. He comes to do the work that his mom did in the first one, and he wears this sack, this brown sack over his head with cutout eyes, and he's basically stalking the kids for most of the movie, until one night some of the kids go out to town to just have a night on the town. They go to a restaurant / bar, and then some stay at the house, and of course they get killed, mainly because they start to have sex. That's one of the rules in horror movies: don't have sex, you're gonna die. But so the kids that stay, I think it's maybe 6 kids that stay back or something, and they're immediately killed off. And then when some of the kids who were at town come back, they notice that, and they're getting chased. And then at the very end of the movie is pretty badass. It was this guy and this girl, one of the camp instructors, and they both, the girl was getting attacked by Jason. The guy busted through the door, started attacking, beating the shit out of Jason. But then Jason beat the shit out of him, and then the girl, I think she, stabbed Jason, and then the guy got up, and the guy and girl just, ran off deep down the woods, and they thought Jason was dead, and they hid out in, a little cabin in the woods, and, they heard, knocking on the door, and they thought maybe Jason wasn't dead, and that was him, so they grabbed a knife, and they slowly opened the door, and it was a dog. It was the dog from one of the girls that got killed. So oh, and they're so relieved, they thought they were safe. Dog came in, they started petting it, and then Jason jumped out the window from the back where the girl was sitting, unexpectedly. I thought he'd come through the door, but no, he busted through the window, grabbed the girl, and then it ended. So I liked the ending. I thought this was a good movie. Some of the kills were pretty good. You know, they're not too creative in this one, but they're pretty cool. And you know, I like the story plot. It was a really good film. It's probably one of the best sequels I know of for horror films. So yeah, I highly recommend this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably rate it maybe 8.5, almost a 9. Because you know it's pretty good. It's like really good for a sequel, but it's not as good as the first one. And so yeah, that's basically my reasoning. So highly recommend it. Great film. Very good film. Yeah. Just shows you some pictures real quick. My favorite picture is that one. That's the girl that almost survived, and then Jason jumped out the window and attacked her. And there's Jason, and this one. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later tonight with Friday 13th Part 3D review. I have a 3D one, so yeah, peace out.